Welcome back to Shanghai, guys. Today is actually a very cold day compared to yesterday. Pretty cold, feels like winter, even though we're winter right now. But today, guys, I told you I would be showing you how I prepare my week to trade, what I do before. It's really important for you to plan before the week. If you don't plan, you'll be stuck in action. You'll want to take every single trade you see, and that's not the right way to do things. So we'll go inside and I'll show you exactly what I mean by preparing for the week, what I do, and what you should think about doing as well. I guess this is one of the worst office ever, but I'm gonna try to talk about how I plan my week when I want to trade. What are the things I look for before entering the week? Because you know, if you enter the trading week too fast, or you want to trade absolutely fast, you're not gonna prepare yourself correctly. And the way I like to think about it is, before entering any trade, I want to get as close as possible to a trade on Sunday afternoon or Monday morning, whatever. I want to get as close as possible to the trade. So the question I'll ask myself most of the time is, what do I need at this point to enter a trade? What is missing on the chart for me to want to enter a trade? So I'm going to look at different things, and that's going to depend all the time based on your strategy, of course. But the first thing I look at for myself is daily support and resistance level. I only want to trade if I see that there's a daily support or resistance level at that zone, if price is there. If not, there's no reason for me to enter a trade. I'm not going to even think about entering a trade either, because this is really the first step for me. So I'll look at my charts, identify the levels on a daily chart, and if you want to be fancy, you could say, well, those are the rules for a daily support or resistance level, this is what I'm looking for. And then you look at your chart to identify all of them. And then I like to jump into the question that Kim Krampus mentioned on my podcast. She said, 3 questions you look at, and I'm just going to paraphrase here, but basically it's, what did the price do, where is price right now, and where would I be interested to enter a trade? What would I like to see? And this is basically what I look at on my chart. It's exactly that. So I look at my chart, see what is price doing right now, what has price done, and where would I want to enter a trade. So at this point, I've done everything possible up to the point of entering a trade. I still have some criteria missing, but this is what I'm going to look at for the week. And depending on your strategy, what you might want to do is, you might want to even identify the trend. Right? If you trade with the trend, you want to identify this first, because you want to get as close as possible to your perfect setup. Right? So write down the trend, put a label saying uptrend or downtrend, to make sure you don't make any mistakes. Because when you're in the game, kind of, and you trade really during the week, you might miss out on a few things. And of course, you need to review your plan all the time. You need to look at this carefully. But if you've done it in advance, it's much easier for you to look at it correctly and know exactly what to focus on. The preparation here is really key. And I could show you example, guys, but I don't think it's really necessary. Things are pretty... I'm waiting for a lot of stuff this week, so there's not much really to see. If news are part of your plan, this is another thing you want to check out. What news are coming up? Are there things that could affect the market, things that could make a big impact, like speeches, like news releases, like NFP, anything like that? You want to note it down in advance, and then even put it in your calendar. If you need to, put that stuff in your calendar so you can see it over time. You don't forget anything, right? Do everything you can to make sure that you won't fuck up in the week, you won't make bad stuff, and that everything's gonna be fine for the week. So everything you can do for your plan to get as close as possible to your entry trade, your entry setup, you want to do it before. And then you want to do the minimum in the week, in the action, so you can really focus on what's important at that point. And that's going to save you a lot of time. It's going to help you make a lot more return, and I believe it's really going to help with your trading. I'm doing this every week. It's a big game changer here. And it also applies if you're going to day trade. Every single morning you have to do the same process, right? And the best interview is the one with Usman Chong on my podcast, where you talk about exactly the process he follows when he wakes up in the morning until he starts to trade, right? It's a big process, a lot of things to look at, things to prepare yourself, and you will need to do this every single day if you day trade, for sure. There we go, guys. That's pretty much it for today's video. I've been running around a lot today. I'll explain to you guys tomorrow. Didn't do much. Let me know what you think. And tomorrow I'll tell you exactly why I've been running around today, why I didn't do much today, and I'll give you a good overview of that. So check out the Facebook group, thisartistry.com/group, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. It's really cold here in Shanghai, pretty amazing compared to yesterday, once again. So enjoy the day. I hope it's hotter in your place of the world, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Ciao.